Hey everyone, I'm back with day 14. Going to do a quick little process video. It's a very simple put together thing. Definitely already have it kind of figured out, but love this cute paper here from the paper collection Snow and Cocoa. So I'm going to use this, and the picture I'm using for today is it's an old photograph. I took a picture of a picture, and this was me back when I was 2 years old. And yesterday I was doing a lot of thinking about my dad, which I do every year around Christmas. I mean, I think of him all the time, but Christmas was my dad's favorite time of year, and me and my siblings, which are all much older than I am, were very spoiled. So anyways, so I'm just reflecting back on a Christmas with so many gifts, but the gifts were nothing. I mean, you know, we weren't spoiled, but we had everything, and my dad grew up with nothing, so he definitely always took care of us. And to make it more special, I'm going to read you this little thing. I was adopted, and I've always known that, but I always knew who my real mother was, and my real mother was always part of our family. She was she was a best friend to my older sister Kathy, and she was in need, and my mom and dad took her in, and that's just the type of parents that I had and was very blessed to have. So anyways, you know, it goes, so many thoughts of my dad today. I always think of him, even more during Christmas. He was such a wonderful dad. I could have never asked for someone to love me more than he did. The Christmas season was his favorite time of year. His giving heart reached much further than just our family and his children. I miss him every day, but even more during Christmas. And it's exactly who my dad was. My dad bought gifts for many families, never wanted a child to be without, always made sure that people that he knew were okay for Christmas. So that's kind of how he was. So anyway, so this is just a reflection back on Christmas with my dad, and he's been gone since I was 14, and I am 49 now, so it's been a lifetime without my dad. So that's where I'm at. So enough said about all the sentimental things, I guess. This is where I'm at. So this is a 4x6, and I just cut a strip that I'm going to layer on top, and some of these little layouts that I've gotten some inspiration for definitely came from Pinterest. I love looking for ideas and how to use even the exact paper lines is where the ideas come from, because sometimes you just don't know exactly how you want to lay something out. So that's that. And then this is one of the puppy stickers from the collection. I cut out a little circle with my circle punch, and then I just rough-handed a circle, and I tried to make it a little messy. I didn't want it to be perfect, and laid the little polar bear right on top of that. So kind of my thoughts are, which let me see if I can kind of loosely tape some of this stuff down. You know, I've laid it out several times, but you never know exactly how you want it to fall once you go to put it down, and I don't want to have everything rip apart. So let's see if this will work. So, and like always, I love to take my photos and put them at an angle, but you know what, before I do that, I know for sure that this is where my date is going to have to go, and right off the bat I'm going to have to make an adjustment, because I definitely want that 14 to sit on top of that layer, and I didn't want it to overlap at all. So mistake number one, let's try that again. So always fun watching all the mistakes, huh? So all right, gonna move that down just slightly and see how that works out. So okay, so anyways, yeah, how about I glue the numbers down first and then I put down the paper? That might work. So just using my my fine tip applicator. I picked these up at Hobby Lobby. They came in a pack of 2. You get them over in the model section is where I found them, and I just put them on. Put my glue in those. I found that my glossy accent was really difficult to use in there though, because it's a much thicker glue. And I know they sell different, you know, different sizes, and I have the 2 sizes, but I think that the Glossy Accent was still pretty thick to go through there. It works, but you really got to give it a squeeze. Your hand gets a workout. So anyways, I'm going to glue down the 14 right here in this corner, since like I said, I knew that that's where it was going to go. I like the fact that I have these numbers picked out already, as far as knowing that I was going to use those numbers throughout my album. But sometimes I feel like the black is just, you know, a little too much, and so sometimes it's hard to find a way to incorporate it into the page without being so harsh. I thought about going ahead and, you know, like embossing over them, and, you know, shoot, what do I want to say? You know, to change the color. But I was just like, you know, it's fine. It's the color that I picked, and oh my goodness. Yes, I am very OCD about this. Yeah, it was the color that I picked, and I'm just going to go with the numbers because that's, you know, what I had picked out already. So, okay. Now I got that finally down there. Feel a nice little lump of tape under there. So, alright, let me stick down a little bit more glue and try this again to put this one down. The heater just kicked on. And, okay, so, wow, I'm not getting very far. 6 minutes into this video and almost 7. But anyways, okay, so I think we might get somewhere now. I wanted to lay this, I think I wanted it to go to this side a little bit. And I know that I'm definitely going to be, you know, trimming off this photo. I had a smaller photo printed out, like a 3x4 size, but it just, even though it fit better like on the page technically, I didn't like the way that it didn't fill up the page. I just felt like it needed to, you know, fill up more of the space on the page. So let me clear that off of there. So anyways, definitely going to do just something along that line. I'll just be cutting off a little bit. I'm just putting it down. And then this will be going like right over here in this corner. Boy, that was a close call. Let me see if I can scoot that over just a tiny, tiny bit on the bottom end. So, just so the polar bear has a little bit more room to rest. I didn't want it like clear at the very bottom of the page, but I wanted the, you know, I wanted this color here to show because, you know, I did have that layered on there. And so, definitely want to not cover up any of the journaling either. So, alright, I'm just done. I got to get it down there. So, I'm just going to go ahead and put some tape on the back of this. I like using the glue because I feel like it's, you know, not going to go anywhere, but sometimes with the tape, at least if you do make a mistake, you can take it back up without ripping your whole project. So, alright, gonna go with that, and I will trim that off the back in a minute. I had some blank space up here. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. My journaling, I wanted to type it out, and I'm sure a lot of you know this trick, but what I did is I ran this through my printer a few times. This is a couple of different things that I tried out until I got it to the point that I knew that it would fit on my journaling card. And this was the one right here that I used. So all that you do is you take the card, once you know you kind of got it there, and I just put the, actually I put the card behind it and held it up to the light and lined it up. And you can kind of get a, you know, judge exactly where it's going to print. Put a little bit of washi across the top and the bottom, rerun it through your printer, and that's exactly what you get. I lined it up. I knew beforehand that it was going to work. So that's how I like to print on my journaling cards. If you're not sure exactly how to do that, I might be able to do a little tutorial. There's other people out there on YouTube that have definitely given the tutorials on it. But it is a cool little trick to be able to get, you know, the typewritten stuff on your journaling cards. And then I'm going to put these little bows. I have 2 of them. I'm going to layer them. I'm going to put that up there on that tag. It is from Whimsy Stamp. It's just a tiny little bow die. So that's what I decided to use, and I think I'm just gonna, I don't even think I'm gonna, okay, the glue will not come out now. But if you leave this cap off this little fine tip thing for more than a minute, it definitely gets hard quick. So I'm going to put the first one down and make sure that it's just above my lettering there, so I'm not covering it up. You can kind of see the hole a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm not going to glue down the whole edges and everything, because I wanted to kind of layer it, I think, like that. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to play with that. I'm not sure. I don't want to put the glue on that till I'm sure. I thought about that I could do that and it would kind of look like a little double bow. I think I will, but I'm not going to go into it any further. I'm going to go ahead and trim off the back of this. I'm going to call this card done. I've definitely been struggling with my layouts. That's why I haven't been doing any of the process videos, just trying to keep up and get them down. So that is my day 14. It's back to a reflection of some good times, good memories growing up. So, you know, when you get stuck and you don't have anything going on for the day, just use some prompts and, you know, take pictures from just the simple things around you, or just things from the past, and they're, you know, make great prompts for the day. So I know I'm stumbling for words, but anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a great afternoon, and I hope to be back with day 15 tomorrow, possibly. Maybe another process video, possibly. We shall see. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.